Have you ever had a gut feeling about something but couldn't quite put your finger on why? This lingering question has puzzled many of us. It's like an unseen compass, an inner GPS that guides us in our decisions and actions. We often encounter moments when we just know something, without any logical explanation. This, my friends, is the profound power of intuition. Intuition is not just a hunch or a random guess. It's an integral part of our consciousness, an innate ability that we all possess. It's a subtle nudge, a whisper in the wind, a feeling in the pit of your stomach. But where does this intuitive feeling come from? And why does it occur? Is it our subconscious mind trying to communicate with us? Or is it a higher power guiding us towards our destiny? These are the intriguing questions we are going to explore. Trust your intuition, it's the voice of your soul whispering to you. Consider this real-life story about the power of intuition. Picture a young woman named Lisa. She's bright, outgoing, and has a zest for life. One day, she gets an invitation to a party. It's from a friend of a friend, and the venue is a place she's never been to before. On paper, everything looks fine. It's a sunny afternoon, she knows a few people who are going, and it promises to be a fun day out. However, as the day of the party nears, Lisa starts to feel a strange unease. There's a niggling feeling in the pit of her stomach that she can't quite shake off. She tries to brush it off as pre-party jitters, but it persists. She confides in her friends, who assure her that everything will be fine. The day of the party arrives and Lisa, against the growing knot of unease in her stomach, decides to go. As she approaches the venue, her discomfort intensifies. It's a beautiful house, there's lively music playing and people are laughing and having fun. But Lisa's intuition is practically screaming at her to leave. It's an instinctive, primal feeling that she can't ignore. So, trusting her gut feeling, she turns around and leaves. She feels a wave of relief wash over her as she walks away. Later that night, she learns that there was a serious accident at the party resulting in several injuries. Her intuition, her inner GPS, had guided her away from danger. This story, while dramatic, is a testament to the power of intuition. It's an invisible force, intangible yet impactful. Intuition is not about reasoning or logical deduction. It's a sudden, strong feeling that guides your actions, often when logic fails to provide a clear path. Lisa's story is not unique. There are countless stories of people who have trusted their intuition and averted danger, made significant decisions, or discovered new opportunities. When logic said one thing, but intuition said another, the inner voice prevailed. So what exactly is happening when we experience these gut feelings? Let's take a journey into the fascinating world of neuroscience to grasp the science behind intuition. Our brains are constantly processing a staggering amount of information. While we're only consciously aware of a fraction of this, the rest is absorbed and processed subconsciously. This subconscious processing is the crux of our intuitive abilities. Think of it like this. Your brain is like a supercomputer, tirelessly working behind the scenes, analyzing patterns and making predictions based on past experiences. It's gathering data, sifting through memories, and pulling together bits of information. All this happens beneath our conscious radar, but the end result surfaces as a sudden hunch, a gut feeling, or an inexplicable sense that something is off or just right. This is why intuition often feels like it comes out of nowhere. It's the product of your brain's invisible labor, the subconscious piecing together a puzzle while you're focused on other things. Interestingly, the brain's right hemisphere, associated with creativity and imagination, plays a key role in intuition. It processes information holistically and instantaneously, unlike the left hemisphere, which works sequentially and analytically. This right brain activity can give us sudden insights or solutions without the step-by-step reasoning we're used to. Moreover, there's compelling evidence that the heart and the gut also communicate intuitive information to the brain. The heart and gut have their own network of neurons and can process information independently. They send more signals to the brain than they receive, suggesting a direct link between these organs and our intuitive feelings. So, intuition isn't just some esoteric concept. It's a very real, complex process facilitated by our brain and body, working in harmony to help us make sense of the world around us. It's not about seeing the future or possessing some supernatural power. It's about the brain's incredible ability to process information subconsciously and guide us through our lives. Intuition is not just a mystical phenomenon, it's deeply rooted in our brain's complex processes. Now you might be wondering, how can I improve my intuition? Well, the good news is intuition is not a fixed trait. It's a skill that can be honed and developed, and there are practical ways to enhance your intuition. First and foremost, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about living in the present moment, fully aware of your surroundings and sensations. This heightened state of awareness can help you tune in to your intuitive signals. Just as a radio picks up signals from various stations, your intuition picks up signals from the world around you. But to hear these signals clearly, you need to quiet the noise of everyday thoughts. Meditation is a powerful tool for achieving this quietness. Even a few minutes of meditation a day can make a significant difference. As you meditate, you create a space for your intuition to emerge, clearing away the clutter of unnecessary thoughts and distractions. Another key to enhancing your intuition is tuning into your feelings. We often dismiss our feelings or push them aside, especially when they don't align with our logical thought process. But our feelings are a rich source of intuitive insight. They serve as our internal compass, pointing us in the right direction. Listening to your inner voice is crucial. This doesn't mean you have to act on every hunch or gut feeling, but it does mean acknowledging these feelings, exploring them, and considering what they might be trying to tell you. Remember, intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Start by making small intuitive decisions, like choosing what to wear or what to eat. As you build confidence in your intuitive abilities, you can start applying it to more significant decisions. And finally, be patient with yourself. Cultivating intuition is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and practice, but the rewards are well worth the effort. By cultivating your intuition, you empower yourself to make better decisions. And not just better decisions, but decisions that resonate with your true self. Decisions that align with your deepest values and aspirations. Now, isn't that a power worth cultivating? Despite numerous stories and scientific evidence, why does skepticism around intuition persist? Let's delve into that, shall we? In our modern data-driven society, we've been conditioned to trust only what we can see, hear, touch, or quantify. We're taught to rely on logic, reason, and empirical evidence. And while these are undoubtedly valuable tools, they can sometimes overshadow the more subtle yet powerful force of intuition. You see, intuition doesn't always present itself in a way that's easy to measure or explain. It's not a mathematical equation or a scientific theory. It's an inner knowing, a gut feeling, a sudden flash of insight. It's nebulous and elusive, and that can make it difficult for some to accept its validity. Moreover, intuition often requires us to step outside our comfort zone. It may nudge us towards a path that doesn't make sense on paper or push us to take a leap of faith. This can be daunting, especially in a world that values predictability and control. It's far easier to ignore these intuitive nudges and stick with the tried and true, the logical, the rational. But here's the thing, over-reliance on logic can blind us to the full spectrum of human experience. It can limit our potential and keep us stuck in patterns that no longer serve us. Intuition, on the other hand, can open us up to new possibilities and guide us towards choices that align with our deepest truths. There's also a misconception that intuition and logic are mutually exclusive, that they're at odds with each other. But that's not the case. Intuition and logic are two sides of the same coin. They're complementary forces, each with its own strengths and limitations. Together, they can provide a more balanced, holistic approach to decision-making. So, why does skepticism around intuition persist? Perhaps it's because we've been conditioned to distrust what we can't measure or explain. Perhaps it's because we fear the unknown, the unpredictable. But remember this, intuition is a natural, innate part of being human. It's not something to be feared or dismissed, but rather, something to be embraced and trusted. It's time to unlearn the skepticism and trust your inner GPS. Imagine the possibilities if we all trusted our intuition more. What a world that would be, wouldn't it? A world where we value that inner voice, that gut feeling as much as we value logic and reason. Intuition is like an internal compass guiding us towards our true north. It's not about discarding logic, but rather marrying it with our intuitive sense to make decisions that resonate with our core being. It's the integration of the mind and the heart, the harmony of the conscious and the subconscious. You see, when we trust our intuition, we live a life that's more authentic, more aligned with who we truly are. We become more in tune with our desires, our passions, and our purpose. This isn't about living a life that's perfect, it's about living a life that's true. Imagine finding the courage to pursue your dreams, not because they are logical or practical, but because they resonate with your soul. Imagine relationships that are deep and meaningful, because you trust your intuition to guide you towards people who truly matter. Imagine making choices not out of fear, but out of a deep-seated belief that it's the right thing for you. Trusting your intuition can be transformative. It can lead you to paths you never thought you'd venture, to experiences that enrich your life in unimaginable ways. It's like unlocking a part of you that has always been there, waiting to be discovered. Is it scary? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Undeniably. It's about taking a leap of faith, stepping into the unknown and trusting that your intuition will catch you. It's about listening to that whisper within you, that nudge that points you in the right direction. It's about embracing the magic of life, the beauty of uncertainty, and the power of your intuition. Your intuition is a powerful tool. Trust it, use it, and watch as it transforms your world.